Hey y'all, it's Jennifer Farr Davis, your policy guide for Crossing Our Divide, and this week we're going to talk about the media. You know, when I was a kid, I hated the news. Could there be anything more boring than listening to Peter Jennings just recite the facts of the day? I would beg my parents to change it to something, MacGyver, Dr. Quinn, anything that was more interesting than the news. As an adult, I kind of got my wish. Nowadays, news is designed strategically to stir emotions, and man, do I miss Peter Jennings. The news now can be more of a drama sitcom than a factual retelling of daily events, and depending on your preferences and political beliefs, you can find just the right channel to affirm or incense any and all flavor of self-assurance that you have, which is causing our country to be more divided. Not only are there more news channels than ever before, but the content of the news is also changing. The time for opinions and host narrations has increased, while the time for edited reporting and content has actually decreased. So not only do you have this Cheesecake Factory size menu of options when it comes to the news, but each option has a hefty side of opinions. And because for so long we have accepted news as fact and truth, and the source of the news as reliable information, now it's hard to tell the difference between what is being delivered as trustworthy news and what is being presented as personal commentary. The lines between opinions and facts have blurred to the point where I think we're all guilty of accepting opinions as facts. Okay, back to memory lane. As a child, the news was limited to an evening show on TV or the newspaper on the breakfast table. But now, it's everywhere. It's on TV, it's on our phones, it's at the airports, it's in the hotel lobbies, it's in the restaurants, and the constant stream of news available for viewing, you know, when it goes across the stream, it's called a ticker, but I swear it is giving me a nervous tick. It's making us all so much more anxious. And even when we turn off the channel and pick up our phone to just have a brief break to maybe check social media, see our friends, watch a funny cat video, find a recipe for dinner, well, we're also taking part in an unknown algorithm that fills our feeds based on our own news biases. Facebook and other social platforms will target you with ads and posts that you tend to agree with. So we exist in these social silos that tell us what we think and hear and believe is correct, and that the opposite is misguided because it is misrepresented in our feeds. On top of that, you throw in political ads, and we really are hearing too much of what we want to hear from all angles all the time. The ads are targeted to reach us because we are inclined to agree with them and be motivated by the message. If you think it's happenstance to hear a political ad that you approve of or agree with, it's not. It's marketing. And if you hear a political ad that you don't agree with, that's bad marketing. The flyers, mailers, commercials, social media ads, they're all strategically pinpointed to reach certain people with certain preferences at certain times and fan the flames of what they already believe. I loved growing up in North Carolina because it was a state where you could agree to disagree. And you were guaranteed to travel in social circles at work and school and in the community with people who think and vote different. But now I work most days from home and tend to engage with friends who have similar interests or beliefs. And I find myself far less challenged to compromise. And I'm worried that personally, and in my community, and in our state, and in our country, we are forgetting how to exist outside our chosen social circles. I feel like it's hiking at night when you are surrounded by a forest, but all you can see is a small 6-foot circle illuminated by your headlamp. We are seeing a chosen fraction of the ecosystem that surrounds us. And for most of us, it is difficult to fully appreciate and understand the echo chambers that we exist in. And modern media and political ads have just made it worse. The word media comes from the Latin word medi, or middle. The irony is, now it's pushing us farther apart. On one hand, the evolution of media has connected us with current events and each other, but on the other hand, it has served to disconnect us from the viewpoints of people who disagree with us. It's exacerbating our divides within the culture and government. So if you believe that media, traditional media, social media, and political ads needs to do more to be transparent about political bias, opinions, and algorithms, then stay tuned. We will be introducing organizations and solutions that can make a difference. And until then, sign up for our update, share our post, and consider making a donation, because together we are crossing our divide.